इंडिया में अब जितने एजुकेटेड हो उतने ज़्यादा अनएम्प्लॉयड हो गए आप। एंड एनटीए ने ये सफाई दी थी कि क्योंकि 3 लाख बच्चे और एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, इस वजह से जो पहले 2, 3, 4 बच्चे फुल मार्क्स आते थे वो 67 हो गए हैं, विच डजंट रियली मेक एनी सेंस। AIR 1 जो था अभी इस साल का IIT JEE का, ही लुक्स सो इमोशनलेस। एक चपरासी की नौकरी के लिए जो लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और उनकी जो क्वालिफिकेशन है, एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन, वो इतनी ज़्यादा है, दे आर नॉट मेंट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर रोल। 36% ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम द लास्ट बैच ऑफ IIT Bombay did not get a job. Modi ji, what are the most important policies and things that he should do for changing unemployment in India?
By the time आप 18 साल के हो, आपको कोई और स्किल्स ही नहीं, आप बस कोचिंग सेंटर में बैठ के 10-12 घंटे यही पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. The whole fascination with the government job, the security, the status, you have to de-glorify this. This is also a job, but it is not the job.
वेलकम टू लिमिटलेस विद ईशान। मैं हूं ईशान शर्मा और आज का पॉडकास्ट है अबाउट द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम इन इंडिया, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, लैक ऑफ जॉब्स। इतनी सारी डिग्रीज लोग कर रहे हैं फिर भी जॉब्स क्यों नहीं मिल रही हैं, इज व्हाट विल बी आंसरिंग टुडे इन दिस पॉडकास्ट। विद मी टुडे आई हैव IIT Bombay graduate Shobit Mathur and he is also the vice chancellor and co-founder of Rishi Hood University. And इस पॉडकास्ट में वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स, द प्रॉब्लम विद द इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम, द टेस्टिंग सिस्टम. वी हैव गॉन इन डेप्थ टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाई are degrees not getting jobs for people. We have talked about the problem with IIT placements. और इस पॉडकास्ट को एंड तक देख के you'll learn everything about education, degrees, skills and unemployment in India. Let's hear it from Shobit. एक रिपोर्ट है ILO से एंड वो बताती है कि इंडिया में जो यूथ है 20 से 24 एज ग्रुप का, उसमें अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज 44.9%. एंड वो सेम रिपोर्ट में ये भी लिखा हुआ है कि जो ग्रेजुएट्स हैं वो 29% अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होती है उसमें. एंड उनसे जो कंक्लूजन निकला वो ये है कि इंडिया में अब जितने एजुकेटेड हो उतने ज़्यादा अनएम्प्लॉयड हो गए आप. द लाइकलीहुड ऑफ यू बीइंग अनएम्प्लॉयड इज मोर, द मोर एजुकेशन यू हैव, द मोर डिग्रीज यू हैव. ऐसा क्यों होता है? व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉब्लम विद डिग्रीज दैट वी हैव टुडे? कि लोग डिग्री भी कर रहे हैं, 4-4 साल मेहनत भी कर रहे हैं, पैसे भी दे रहे हैं, बट एंड में उनको जॉब मिल ही नहीं रही है. व्हाट इज़ द फ्लॉ of the Indian education system?
Yeah, it's an amazing question. This report came out very recently. I saw that, right? Yeah. It's actually very counterintuitive. People get into education to get a job. और जैसे हो रहा है कि जितनी पढ़ाई हो रही है उतने कम जॉब्स लग रहे हैं. सो इट्स अ वेरी फैसिनेटिंग ट्रेंड इन इंडिया. इट्स वेरी यूनिक. इंडिया में जैसे होता है ये चीज़ प्राइमरली एज यू हैव मैंशनड इसीलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि पढ़ाई और जो मार्केट के नीड्स है उसमें बहुत बड़ा गैप है. स्कूलिंग से हमें ऐसा लगता है कि इफ़ यू कम इन टू कॉलेज वी विल गेट अ जॉब, राइट? इंडस्ट्री कहीं और ही जा रही है. हमारी पढ़ाई इज़ रिमेन स्टैटिक टू जो 20 साल पहले जो जहाँ मैं पढ़ता था आज भी वही पढ़ाया जा रहा है. बट इंडस्ट्री इतनी आगे चले गई है कि ग्रेजुएट होने के बाद आपके स्किल्स और जो इंडस्ट्री के नीड्स है उसमें इतना बड़ा गैप है कि आप अनएम्प्लॉयड रहते हो या फिर अंडर एम्प्लॉयड. आपके पढ़ाई के बराबर या अनुसार आपको जॉब नहीं मिलता है. तो आपको लगता है कई डिलीवरी बॉयज़ अगर आप घर पे आएंगे, आप पूछना उनसे सवाल कि आप क्या पढ़े हो, कोई बोलेगा BCom, कोई बोलेगा कि मैं BA किया हूँ. तो वो पढ़ाई के बाद
कि एक ऑटो वाले भैया होते हैं, वो बैठे होते हैं, तो आप वो ऑटो वाले भैया के ऑटो में बैठते हो, फिर बोलते हो अच्छा आपको ये यूनिवर्सिटी जाना है, मैं भी उस यहीं का पढ़ा हुआ हूँ. देन इट्स लाइक मोए मोए हो जाता है फिर.
तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि यस, तो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है ऑलमोस्ट 30%, अंडर एम्प्लॉयमेंट है. तो और ये प्राइमरली सा कारण ये है क्योंकि जो आपकी पढ़ाई है और जो इंडस्ट्री के नीड्स है उसमें बहुत बड़ा गैप है. पढ़ाई हैज़ नॉट अपडेटेड जिस पेस पे इंडस्ट्री बढ़ी है आगे. जनरल ट्रेंड अगर मैं बता रहा हूँ तो वैसे
सर. बट ये तो अब्रॉड भी देखा जाता है. मतलब मेरा एक कज़न है एंड उसने अभी 2-3 साल की डिग्री करी है, बैचलर्स की, फ्रॉम यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ सिंसिनाटी. एंड अब मैंने बोला कि आपको जॉब मिल गई, तो बोले मैं तो ढूंढ रहा हूँ जॉब डिग्री के बाद भी. तो बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा बाहर भी जाते हैं डिग्री करने के लिए, सोच के कि वहाँ जॉब मिल जाएगी, वहाँ पे डॉलर में अर्न करेंगे, इतनी हाई सैलरी मिलती है, बट जॉब नहीं मिल रही वहाँ पे भी उनको. तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ द स्टडी अब्रॉड का ट्रेंड? आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा स्टार्टअप्स आ गए हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो जाते हैं बाहर, जो ड्रीम होता है एक अमेरिकन ड्रीम, या फिर हमारा बेटा तो कनाडा जाएगा ऐसे बोलते हैं, राइट? स्पेशली पंजाब हरियाणा में बहुत ऐसा ट्रेंड है. तो व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉब्लम विद दिस एंड व्हाट डू पीपल नीड टू नो अबाउट इट?
या इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि जैसे आप बोल रहे हो कि ट्रेंड बाहर जाने का बढ़े जा रहा है. डिस्पाइट कि जॉब्स कम हो रहे हैं, लोग वापस आना पड़ रहे हैं या ह्यूज डेट लेके जाते हैं, क्योंकि सभी परिवारों के पास उतना पैसा होता नहीं है कि वैसा एजुकेशन फंड करें. तो एक्चुअली बहुत ट्रैजिक सिचुएशन है क्योंकि आप वहाँ जाते हो, आप लोन लेकर, डॉलर्स में लोन लेकर आप पढ़ाई करते हो, आप वापस नहीं आ सकते क्योंकि आपको वैसी पढ़ाई का पैसा यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा टू फंड इट, राइट? आई थिंक वो ट्रेंड इज़ अ बिट डिफरेंट. क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन डेफिनेटली वहाँ पे बहुत बेहतर है. बट बिकॉज कि ओवरऑल एक मैक्रो ट्रेंड ऑफ जॉब्स बीइंग लेसर पोस्ट कोविड, राइट, वो एक है। और डेफिनेटली कहीं पर भी इमिग्रेंट्स को कम प्रायोरिटी दिया जाएगा, नेचुरली सो। अगर आप भी वो देश चला रहे होंगे तो आप फर्स्ट आपके लोग को प्रायोरिटी दोगे। कई लोग ऐसे कोर्सेज पढ़ने जा रहे हैं विच आर नॉट जॉब ओरिएंटेड। ये भी होता है कि हमें लगता है कि बाहर अच्छी पढ़ाई होती है तो हम चले जाएंगे, हमें इमिग्रेशन मिल जाएगा, बट दे मे नॉट बी वेरी इंडस्ट्री ओरिएंटेड।
मास्टर्स में भी ऐसे होता है। मेरा दोस्त है, मास्टर्स कर रहा है वो,
बिल्कुल
फ्लोरिडा में जाकर के, एंड उसको इंटर्नशिप नहीं मिली तो वापस इंडिया आ गया वो। एंड ये बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत मैं मतलब देख रहा हूँ। एंड दे आर जस्ट क्लूलेस कि अब जॉब नहीं मिल रही है। एंड यूएस में तो ऐसा होता है, अब 2 महीने जॉब नहीं मिली डिग्री के बाद तो अब वापस आना पड़ता है इंडिया।
पर्टिकुलरली आप स्टेम डिग्री से नहीं हो तो आपको कम समय मिलता है। पर मैं बोल रहा हूँ कारण ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज डिफरेंट बिटवीन यूएस एंड इंडिया। इंडिया में इट इज़ अ मिसमैच बिटवीन व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉट और इंडस्ट्री के नीड्स क्या है। वहाँ पर इट्स अ मिसमैच बिकॉज यू आर एन इमिग्रेंट और वहाँ के लोकल लोग हैं। आप जो चीज़ें पढ़ रहे हो शायद उसमें वीज़ास मिलना मुश्किल है, शायद कंपनीज हर कंपनी वीज़ा स्पॉन्सर नहीं करती है, तो उसके अलग चैलेंजेस है। वहाँ पर भी अच्छे कॉलेजेस है या नॉट सो गुड कॉलेजेस, दोनों है, बट द रीजंस फॉर नॉट गेटिंग अ जॉब इन यूएस आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम नॉट गेटिंग अ जॉब इन इंडिया।
या सर अभी नीट का रिजल्ट आया था एंड उसमें 67 बच्चों ने फुल मार्क्स स्कोर करे थे। एंड एनटीए ने ये सफाई दी थी कि क्योंकि 3 लाख बच्चे और एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, इस वजह से जो पहले 2, 3, 4 बच्चे फुल मार्क्स लाते थे 720 और 720, अब वो 67 हो गए हैं, विच डजंट रियली मेक एनी सेंस। एंड ये बहुत गलत बात है क्योंकि लाइक इवन आई हैव गॉन थ्रू दैट सेम IIT JEE मेंस JEE एडवांस वाला जो फेज़ होता है, एंड बहुत मेहनत करते हैं बच्चे, एंड उसके बाद भी इस तरह के जो फ्लॉज हैं, इस तरह के जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, ये जब होते हैं टेस्टिंग एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स में तो बहुत ख़राब लगता है। तो मतलब व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ दिस होल थिंग? मैंने रील भी बनाई थी ये बोलते हुए कि जो एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स होते हैं दे आर अ जीरो सम गेम, राइट? आप जीतते हो, कोई और हारता है। आपको IIT मिला, किसी और को नहीं मिलेगा, या फिर आपको नहीं मिला, किसी और को मिलेगा। वर्सेस आप एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट करो या फिर आप एक इंटर्नशिप करो, कहीं जॉब में काम करो, अपना खुद का और आप चीज़ें वेल्थ क्रिएट करो बेसिकली। एंड लोग उससे बहुत रिलेट कर पा रहे थे। तो आपका क्या सोचना है अबाउट दिस? हाउ कैन द एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स इम्प्रूव टुडे?
इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन। देखिए, दिस इज़ अ वेरी वेरी यूनिकली इंडियन प्रॉब्लम। फॉर व्हाट रीजंस? एक तो इतनी जनसंख्या है, ऑलमोस्ट 1 crore स्टूडेंट्स want to get into higher education, मतलब अंडर ग्रेजुएशन एवरी ईयर, मोर देन दैट। जो आपने नीट का एग्जांपल लिया, करीबन 25-30 लाख लोग नीट लिखते हैं, एक 10-12 लाख लोग JEE लिखते हैं, बाकी कई सारे दूसरे कॉलेज में जाते हैं, राइट? सो इट इज़ सच ए ह्यूज डिमांड और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ फॉर गुड एजुकेशन बहुत ही लिमिटेड है। ऐसा कहीं देखा नहीं जाता है कि इतना कॉम्पिटिटिव और ग्लोरीफाइड है, क्योंकि हम न्यूज़पेपर में देखते हैं फर्स्ट रैंकर इज ग्लोरीफाइड। तो दिस इज़ अ वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट एंड अनहेल्दी कल्चर जो इंडिया में है। बट क्या करें, ऑल स्टूडेंट्स हैव टू गो थ्रू इट। तो इट इज़ प्रिटी सैड, क्योंकि आप 6ठी 7वीं क्लास से आजकल बच्चे एग्ज़ाम्स की तैयारी में लग जाते हैं और सक्सेस रेट इज़ सो डिफ़िकल्ट टू क्लियर कि इट्स एक्चुअली बाय द टाइम आप 18 साल के हो, आपको कोई और स्किल्स ही नहीं, आप बस कोचिंग सेंटर में बैठ के 10-12 घंटे यही पढ़ाई कर रहे हो। सो इट इज़ सैड। नीट के खुद के चैलेंजेस है। आई थिंक NTA जो एग्ज़ाम कंडक्ट कर रहा है, इट्स अ ह्यूमंगस टास्क, ऑल क्रेडिट टू देम कि ऐसा कर भी पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि इट इज़ सो डिफ़िकल्ट। बट नेचुरली उसमें द सेंसिटिविटी टूवर्ड स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ शुड बी देयर, क्योंकि लोग की लाइफ बनती है, बिगड़ती है, कई लोग इसके कारण दे एंड देयर लाइव्स ऑल्सो इफ दे डोंट मेक इट थ्रू, क्योंकि फैमिलीज़ की इतनी अपेक्षा है आपसे कि आप लोग कुछ कर पाओगे, बट वो हो नहीं पाता है, राइट? सो द स्टूडेंट्स फील दैट दे हैव लेट डाउन देयर फैमिलीज। सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स के कारण आई थिंक इट इज़ सैड। हाउ डू वी हैव अ डिफरेंट कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम हैज़ टू बी थॉट। ये कहीं पर भी डिस्कोर्स में नहीं है कि कैन यू चेंज द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द एग्जाम्स, क्योंकि इट इज़ नॉट दैट इट्स एन अनसॉल्व प्रॉब्लम। चाइना में होता है, US में इफ यू थिंक अबाउट इट, लाइक अ GRE GMAT ऑल्सो हैपन्स, दुनिया भर से लोग लेते हैं एग्जाम्स, राइट? समहाउ दे हैव सॉल्व फॉर स्केल विदाउट गेटिंग इनटू ऑल दीज पेपर लीक, रॉन्ग आंसर स्क्रिप्ट्स, राइट? ग्रेस मार्क्स जो इस केसेस में हुआ है। दिस इज़ अ वेरी ये क्योंकि हमने इस पर इनफ ध्यान नहीं दिया है। आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ इनोवेशन इज पॉसिबल। इट इज़ परहैप्स अ सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम कि कहीं और से हम सीख कर हमारे यहाँ बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस ला सकते हैं, ये नहीं हो रहा है। बट ओवरऑल कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम कल्चर इज़ सैड, लॉट ऑफ लाइव्स आर बीइंग लॉस्ट, और स्टूडेंट्स आर गेटिंग इनटू हायर एजुकेशन विद परहैप्स नो सोशल, इमोशनल एंड लाइफ स्किल्स, क्योंकि उनका एंटायर फोकस हैज बीन मैथ्स, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री,
राइट,
बायोलॉजी, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री।
अभी जो
उनको वही पता है,
राइट। AIR 1 जो था अभी इस साल का IIT JEE का, विनोद लाहौटी, तो उनका इंटरव्यू है एक YouTube पे, तो उसमें वो बता रहे हैं कि उन्होंने कैसे पढ़ाई करी, कैसे क्या किया। बट
ही लुक्स सो इमोशनलेस, मतलब नथिंग रॉन्ग अबाउट हिम पर्टिकुलरली, बट ऐसे जो बच्चे AIR-1 लाते हैं जिनको सब लोग फैंटेसाइज करते हैं कि मैं भी एक दिन AIR-1 लाऊंगा, ये मोस्टली दे स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 9th grade जो पढ़ाई होती है, एंड उनका 4 साल बाद इसी में निकल जाता है कि IIT JEE क्रैक करते हैं, तो दे जस्ट ऑप्टिमाइज फॉर दैट, they don't optimize for co-curricular activities, sports and other things, and उससे क्या होता है कि at the end of the day they just become the person who can just get AIR-1. हमको लगता है मेरे को वो बनना है, but उनकी जो लाइफ होती है वो बस उस एक सिस्टम, एक रैंक के अराउंड रहती है, रिवॉल्व करती है.
या यू आर राइट. एंड देखिए इसमें एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट या बच्चे की कोई गलती है नहीं, क्योंकि सिस्टम ऐसे बना है तो हम अपनी लाइफ वैसे ढालते हैं, क्योंकि there's a huge middle class. Education is the only way to get out of it, right? I have been a part of this, just like you have done, right? JEE preparation, then I had to get a very good rank to get a general category seat, IIT Bombay, all that story is a long story. So this is sad. How do we change this is the question. The quality of education, more number of institutions that are providing good quality education are needed. क्योंकि जब इतना छोटा सिलेक्शन रेशियो रहेगा तो ऐसा कंपटीशन क्रिएट हो गई. टेस्ट हैज टू रिफॉर्म,
ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए,
ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए. बट हम बोल सकते हैं बट होगा नहीं, क्योंकि उसको कैसे असेस करोगे. सो दैट द सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया में चेंजेस होने चाहिए. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल देयर आर अदर इनोवेशंस, राइट? यू राइट अ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस, यू डू पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज, यू डू मेनी अदर थिंग्स टू प्रूव योर वर्थ, यू गेट रिकमेंडेशन लेटर्स. कई जगह से होता है. क्या ये स्केल पे हो सकता है? क्या वी कैन आस्क कैसे हो सकता है स्केल पे, बट होना चाहिए, तभी तो मोर वेल राउंडेड टेस्ट होगा. और अब देखिए कि द सैड पार्ट इज दे विल क्रैक अ वेरी गुड एग्जाम, they will get very good seat, they'll possibly crack a very good first job also, ठीक है? UPSC टॉपर ले लो, AIR-1 ले लो, बट इफ़ यू लुक एट देयर होल लाइफ जर्नी, आप ये बता दो कि कितने ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 इन अ UPSC और ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 इन अ JEE या ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 इन अ NEET हैव गॉन ऑन टू बिकम द बेस्ट इन देयर फील्ड? नहीं ना. आज का कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी इज पॉसिबल, नॉट द UPSC 1. आज का ग्रेटेस्ट जो मे बी देयर इज अ big unicorn happening there, it may not be from an AIR-1, or the best doctor in the country might not be a NEET 1, because life will test you on many other things, not on your competitive exam cracking skills. So it is just an assessment of वो 3 subject, not an assessment of your complete self. So we are actually pushing people into some system जो उनकी capabilities को in fact restrict कर रहा है, rather than allowing it to express itself. So ये policy makers जो system के बारे में सोचते हैं, they have to think how can the exams be reformed and how can more institutions offer more seats of better quality. वरना this will always be like this.
Right.
20 साल पहले मैंने या 25 साल पहले मैंने JEE दिया, आज भी सिचुएशन वही है, आपका भी सिमिलर स्टोरी रहेगा, तो थिंग्स डोंट नॉट चेंज.
सर आपने 12th फेल देखी है?
हाँ देखिए.
तो सर 12th फेल में क्या होता है, दे फैंटेसाइज द आइडिया कि आप बहुत मेहनत करो. वो जो मनोज होता है वो चक्की पीस रहा होता है या फिर इतने सारे काम कर रहा होता है ताकि वो पैसा कमा सके एंड वो UPSC के एग्ज़ाम क्लियर कर सके. तो उससे क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे लोग भी ऐसा सोचते हैं कि अगर मुझको भी ये हासिल करना पड़ेगा, ये स्ट्रगल करना ही पड़ेगा, एंड दे स्टार्ट टू लाइक इट, दे स्टार्ट टू लव इट. बट सैड रियलिटी तो ये है कि 1% से भी कम लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल पाती है टू बिकम अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल, राइट? एंड ऐसा भी कुछ स्टार्ट आया था कि एक चपरासी की नौकरी के लिए जो लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और उनके जो क्वालिफिकेशन है, एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन, वो इतनी ज़्यादा है, राइट? दे आर नॉट मेंट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर रोल. एंड आपको क्या लगता है, व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉब्लम विद दिस, विद 12th फेल एंड जो उनका आइडिया है पूरा कि आप मेहनत करो, स्ट्रगल करो, only to get only 1% people successful?
No, thanks for bringing this up. देखो, popular culture always reflects ground reality. तो उसमें तो of course is based on a true story also, and it is the ground reality. यहीं पर है. There is करोल बाग, there is मुखर्जी नगर, there is राजेंद्र नगर दिल्ली में ही, जहाँ से ये stories are a daily basis real life stories. I don't think it should be glorified. मतलब इतना glorify कर दिया है कि जो restart जो कैफ़े होता है, राइट, कि it is glorified कि आप यहाँ पर आओ and you restart. आपके मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव ईयर्स ऑफ योर लाइफ, राइट, आफ्टर हिज ग्रेजुएशन टिल अबाउट 30 years ऑफ एज, एक कमरे में बैठ के चक्की पीसते हुए वो कुछ घोट रहा है, राइट, ही इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एन एग्जाम. इतना प्रोडक्टिव टाइम चला गया आपका. व्हेन यू मेक इट टू द सर्विसेज, इफ़ यू डू इन योर प्रिफर्ड सर्विस, सभी को IAS ही बनना है,
राइट,
किसी को और कुछ नहीं बनना है. अगर IPS बनता है तो भी रिट्राई करता है पर्सन, राइट, उसमें एग्जाम्पल्स भी आते हैं कि दे आर डूइंग इट, राइट. सो कितना मतलब आपका मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव ईयर्स ऑफ योर लाइफ आर जस्ट लॉस्ट इन एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन. और उसके बाद आप इतने लेट यू बिकम प्रोडक्टिव इन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटिंग टू द कंट्री कि आपको एक दौड़ लगी रहती है कुछ करें, राइट. सो दिस इज नॉट अ बेस्ट यूज. आई थिंक दिस शुड नॉट बी ग्लोरीफाइड. अगेन इट इज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम द कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम का कल्चर, जिसको जैसे हमने पहले बात किया, वी हैव टू एड्रेस इट, वी विल हैव टू. ये एक्चुअली ट्रेंड बहुत डिफरेंट है. इफ़ यू सी इंडिया के बीच में हॉरिजॉन्टली, इफ यू ड्रॉ अ लाइन फ्रॉम तेलंगाना टू मे बी इवन तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका, ये एरियाज में यू विल नॉट फाइंड यूपीएससी का इतना क्रेज, बिकॉज people want to study, people want to do startups, people want to do many other things. Somehow the northern belt, the Gangetic belt में ये बहुत बड़ा क्रेज है, और ये दिख भी रहा है इलेक्शन रिजल्ट्स में, कि the whole fascination with the government job, the security, the status, इसको de-glorify करना है. You have to de-glorify this. This is also a job, but it is not the job. You have to find ways to become productive in different ways. और इसकी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ की कमी नहीं है, देश में है. बट जब ऐसे मूवीज आते हैं और ऐसी चीज़ों को ग्लोरीफाई करते हैं, जैसे आपने बोला, तो लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक यही है लाइफ, इसी से स्टेटस मिलता है. चेंज करना है. वी नीड मोर मूवीज ऑन ग्रेट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. वी नीड मोर मूवीज लाइक द स्पेस मॉम्स दैट ग्लोरीफाई आवर साइंटिस्ट्स. वी नीड मेनी अदर थिंग्स टू बी ग्लोरीफाइड एंड नॉट दिस.
Sir, 36% of students from the last batch of IIT Bombay did not get a job, did not get a placement. एंड तो वो जो IITian ड्रीम है वो इज़ नोवेयर टू बी फाउंड, राइट. जो जैसे 3 Idiots में बोलते हैं कि जॉब नहीं मिलेगी, कंपनी नौकरी नहीं देगी, बैंक लोन नहीं देगी, जो कोई पापा है वो अपनी बेटी नहीं देंगे, राइट. तो what is happening today? जॉब्स नहीं मिल रही है, इवन दो फ्रॉम समवन हु इज गेटिंग द IIT बॉम्बे डिग्री. आपने खुद ने ग्रेजुएट करे थे IIT बॉम्बे से. what आर यू सीइंग हियर? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम?
बिग चैलेंजेस. जस्ट थोड़ा IIT के मैं आपको स्टैट्स देता हूँ, बिकॉज यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सम स्टैटिस्टिक्स. अबाउट 12 लाख लोग IIT मेंस देते हैं. आई थिंक जा जाकर कुछ एक 10,000 लोग को IIT विल क्लियर. उसमें जैसे आप सोचेंगे कंप्यूटर साइंस वगैरह, आप सोचेंगे अक्रॉस ऑल IITs 1000 सीट भी नहीं रहेंगे. इमेजिन अगेन लेस देन 1% चांस ऑफ मेकिंग इट टू an IIT and less than 0.1% चांस of making it to everybody wants to be a computer science or a electronics or something like that, right? इतना कम chance है to make it, and yet you don't get placed after that. From good institutions, IIT Bombay is seen as India's top IIT, right? Multiple things. One is again, as I said, कि see at the end of the day, brand will take you so far. क्योंकि हाँ brand है, network है, resume अच्छा लगता है, networking होती है. बट जब कंपनी हायर करती है, कंपनी हैज़ नो ऑब्लिगेशन टू गो ओनली बाई ब्रांड. क्योंकि मेरे टीम में तो आई वुड वांट द मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव पीपल. ब्रांड विल हेल्प मी बाहर बताने के लिए, बट अंदर तो आई विल टेस्ट योर कैपेबिलिटी. सो द सेम थिंग आई मेंशन्ड अर्लियर कि नॉट हैविंग अ करिकुलम दैट इज अप टू द इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड्स विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. पॉइंट 1. सेकेंडली, इफ यू वांट मी टू गेट डीपर, faculty don't have a very strong motivation for teaching undergraduate students. They're primarily research oriented बोलते हैं, right? So उनके लिए undergraduate teaching is a task that they have to do because they are a faculty there. So not great instruction as well. Actually IIT का placement is happening because of JEE का selection. It's not happening as much because of जो अच्छी teaching हो रही है या faculty का involvement है. So curriculum not being the best, instruction not being the best. And I think again what we discussed is the other aspects of a personality which will help you succeed. If you just go and code, Python में मैंने फोड़ दिया सर इसलिए मेरी नौकरी लग जाएगी, ज़रूरी नहीं है. कंपनी जो रिक्रूट कर रही है विल सी मेनी अदर स्किल्स जिस पे IIT का ज़्यादा कुछ फोकस होता नहीं है.
कौन सी स्किल्स हैं सर ये?
These are skills like just interpersonal skills. हम जो बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं, I am able to express my thoughts.
Right.
एक क्राइसिस आ गया, how do I handle? I am given 5 team members to manage. Critical thinking, how to take decisions, how to manage crisis, how to convey your opinions, how to lead a team, right? How to look at trends, right? So if I'm going to do a business, I need to know what's happening globally. पर मेरे को तो कभी किसी ने ट्रेनिंग दी नहीं इसके बारे में. What's happening nationally? How should I think of opportunities? What are the potential risks? So these are all critical thinking, system thinking, and skills like this, crisis management, leadership skills, interpersonal skills. These are very, very important things, which everybody needs. आज company में if I go and talk into startups in Bangalore and I ask, what is that you find missing? You will be surprised कि लोग बोलते हैं कि discipline नहीं होता है. अगर 9 बजे की मीटिंग है, I'm not sure this young chap who is a brilliant graduate and I've hired him will show up at 9 AM और काम करेगा. काम दिया है तो कंप्लीट होगा. विल दे हैव द एथिक्स? काम शुरू किया है, 2 महीने बाद नौकरी छोड़ दिया है, विथ नो नोटिस पीरियड, लीविंग, टेकिंग एन ऑफर, नॉट ज्वाइनिंग, राइट? सो पीपल आर गेटिंग वेरी ऑफ दिस कि यार टैग वैग तो अच्छा है बट मेरे काम का है क्या? तो इंडस्ट्री का वो बड़ा चैलेंज है, स्टूडेंट्स का भी चैलेंज है. दे हैव एन ओपिनियन कि इतने बड़े बड़े पैकेज लगते हैं तो दे डोंट टेक ऑफर्स. Plus there are macro trends. So I'm saying there's a big mismatch between the curriculum and the industry needs, the softer skills and the industry needs, एंड जनरल एटीट्यूड्स दैट आर देयर, जिसके कारण ये प्लेसमेंट्स नहीं हो रहे बहुत अच्छी इंस्टीट्यूशंस में। इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल कि देश में इतनी भी नौकरियां नहीं है कि आईआईटी के कुछ एक 4000 ग्रेजुएट को हम हायर कर पाए, राइट? डेफिनेटली पॉसिबल है। तो देर इज़ अ मिसमैच बिटवीन द आउटकम एंड द नीड्स। इट्स नॉट दैट कि जॉब्स की कमी है देश में।
राइट, आई रिलेट विद दिस अ लॉट, क्योंकि जब मैं बिट्स प्लानिंग में था तो वहाँ पे जो मेरे 4th ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स थे, जो मेरे सीनियर्स थे, वो आया करते थे फॉर द क्लब्स एंड इंडक्शंस एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड दे वर जस्ट नॉट एबल टू टॉक प्रॉपर्ली। तो अब आई वाज लाइक कि ये सारे बच्चे 4 साल यहाँ पे रह करके ऐसी बातें कर रहे हैं, ऐसे बोल रहे हैं, हकला रहे हैं, रुक रहे हैं, सोच रहे हैं, दे आर जस्ट शाय एंड अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट। तो आई वाज लाइक आई विल आल्सो एंड अप लाइक दिस अगर मैं यही सब करूँगा। एंड तो दैट इज़ व्हेन आई रियलाइज दिस थिंग, एंड आई ऑल्सो फील लाइक कि not getting into an IIT, I was not able to clear JEE Advance. So not getting into an IIT allowed me to think really hard about my life. If I would have been from an IIT, I would have been very relaxed कि अब तो मेरे पास IIT की डिग्री है ही, तो कुछ समझ मिल ही जाएगा. And as we saw, that is not really the case today. And so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was Modi ji, right? So recently he got elected as the Prime Minister for the 3rd time, the 3rd tenure, right? आपको क्या लगता है, what are the most important policies and things that he should do for changing unemployment in India, जो इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ चुका है आज, and what should be done for education in India?
इंटरेस्टिंग। सो देखिए, मोस्ट थॉट ऑफ द पॉलिसी मेकर्स करेंटली इज इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ को 8-9% तक ले जाएंगे, उसको सस्टेन रखेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली जॉब्स क्रिएट हो जाएंगे। नीड नॉट बी ट्रू, क्योंकि वॉट इज़ द क्वालिटी ऑफ दोज जॉब्स? यू मे हैव मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बट यू मे नॉट हैव द टैलेंट। मान लीजिए जैसे कि दिस हैपेंड वेरी फेमसली कि Sam Altman was here. He had the conversation on OpenAI with a lot of people. Somebody asked ki, what should we be doing in India? I said ki, you will not be able to compete. Don't think about it. Basically, you may not be able to create the kind of enterprises that are happening in Silicon Valley. You may not be able to do strategically important things just by thinking of economic growth. You have to focus on education. Skilling की बात होती है, that is more vocational, that is important, I agree, right? But if you want more higher end things that will sustain the economic growth, why is everybody thinking of the US? Sustained economic growth, world leadership status for decades, because talent पर एक focus है, constant investment है, वो बढ़े जा रहा है, all the innovation comes from there and comes down here eventually, right? So how do we do this? So we are not thinking long term, we are not focusing on the big bets. One of them is education, right? Higher education, see, for somehow the education ministry is not glamorous. You'll talk of home, you'll talk of defense, you'll talk about finance, you'll talk about maybe railways, you'll talk about IT, but where is education? Electoral agenda ही नहीं है education. किसी ने बताया ही नहीं कि मैं quality of education improve करूँगा, ऐसी चीज़. National education policy fair, fine, right? But that is small tweaks, long term में कुछ होगा, right? But why are our institutions not in the top 250 rankings of the world, right? Why?
क्यों होता है ऐसा सर? QS वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग्स जो आती है,
QS वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग्स डिफरेंट रैंकिंग्स,
उसमें IISc का बैंगलोर रहता है ऊपर, एंड देन IITs रहता है।
इमेजिन कि हमने इतने सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज है, इतने सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, बट नन ऑफ देम शो अप। दिस इज नॉट एन एजेंडा, right? In many ways we are lacking. People might say the rankings are wrong, but it is not completely true कि you cannot figure out in the top 250, 500 at any level, right? There's something going wrong somewhere. If you are not investing on human capital, right? आप कितने भी बाकी चीज़ें ट्वीक कर लो, you will not be able to sustain your long-term growth. So this has to become a political agenda.
Yeah.
This ministry has to become the top 5 important ministries of the country, especially when you're thinking of a Viksit Bharat 2047 plan. Right? You're not thinking a 5-year plan, you're thinking a 25-year plan, right? You say a 25-year plan, then you have to think like this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, over a period of time, you will not be, I mean, it's going to be chaos, right? You will have this whole demographic dividend जो हम बोल रहे हैं, जो करोड़ों बच्चे हर साल ग्रेजुएट होकर निकल रहे हैं, राइट? दे विल बिकम अ लाइबिलिटी, ऑल ऑफ देम विल बी ऑन स्टेट वेलफेयर, राइट? एक बड़ा प्रॉब्लम, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, अनरेस्ट, ऑल दोस थिंग्स विल हैपन. सो वी विल हैव टू फिक्स दिस. Education has to become a priority. School education good, but more importantly and urgently, higher education has to become a priority. Good state support should come to support institutions. Why only 20 IITs? Or why only so many good central institutions? Why not many more? How do you attract globally the best talent to come back? We are all proud of our Indian diaspora जो है दुनिया भर में, has achieved great. China has done an amazing job of inviting them back, giving them great opportunities, innovation labs बनाकर, अच्छे packages देकर, बुलाइए ना talent को वापस. Do something that will keep the innovation engine of India running, maintain the leadership position that we want to have for ourselves, continue the economic growth. Education is the crux.
Right.
It has to get the same focus like the finance ministry gets,
Yeah.
I would say.
सर चाइना से आपको क्या लगता है व्हाट शुड इंडिया लर्न इन टर्म्स ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी फ्रॉम चाइना एंड अदर कंट्रीज लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सिंगापुर गया था मैं एंड वहाँ की जो टीचिंग है सपोज टू बी द बेस्ट राइट ऐसा बोला जाता है तो व्हाट कैन इंडिया लर्न फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज and can implement in India for better understanding and overall development of every student?
Interesting. See, whenever we do these comparisons, we have to be aware of the Indian context also. Like Singapore is a small city, it is primarily immigrants who have come there. So perhaps कई लोग बोलते हैं कि it cannot be scaled to a country of India size. Fair. But China is a recently good example because similar journeys रही हैं, right? But somehow they took off since the 1980s and we are trying to catch up, right? Universities doing amazingly well. So what I would say at least India immediately needs is a complete overhaul of the way we think of this 4-year curriculum. ठीक है? For many people it's a dead investment. जैसे आपने बोला you went there and you realized कि possibly I don't know I'm spending the most productive years of my life not gaining too much and then I'll be struggling along with others in finding a job. So a very strong integration with industry. What are the big things that the industry needs? Can we rejig our curriculum to get it there? Can we have our faculty catch up pace with that, our faculty training aligning with that? Can we give our students more real world job exposure? I'm not even talking about research yet because that's a higher order achievement and a very few students will be motivated to that. But just providing the professional training and as we discussed the softer skills training so that more of our graduates don't have the problem that you mentioned, the underemployment and the unemployment problem. That is the most urgent need and we are already behind by a few decades and that problem is piling up. So there are a lot of interesting examples. China has definitely done it. You think of Germany, they have done very well. How their curriculum is closely integrated with the way their automobile industry is, all the German industries are. They directly play a role in designing the curriculum, delivering the curriculum. But somehow we are still stuck in the past. Our curriculums don't change. Our faculty criteria has not changed as much. मान लीजिए कि I have to teach computer science. Where do I get good faculty for computer science? The brightest computer science kids are already working in the industry, but they don't have a PhD. And I can't hire them unless they're a PhD, right? You may say professor of practice, that takes decades, right? So I don't have the best talent.
But ऐसा क्यों होता है सर कि PhD वाले ही आके पढ़ा सकते हो क्योंकि what I saw in my college when I was studying was everyone was academic, right? And there was just one sir, अभिजीत पिठे सर का नाम है, and he was teaching digital DD करके होता है. And so that course वो सुनने के लिए सब लोग आया करते थे. And like he had proper industry experience and exposure for years in US. And so बाकी जो teachers होते थे they were just teaching and they were a research person, right? तो लाइक वाई डज दिस हैपन? अगर किसी को एंड में जॉब ही चाहिए तो सारे जो लोग पढ़ाने के लिए आते हैं दे शुड ऑल्सो बी पीपल हु हैव एक्सपीरियंस फ्रॉम दैट एंड शुड नॉट बी अ रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड.
Especially in domains that you have mentioned which are very industry focused, which have a very practical application thing. It's not humanities, right? So you will need to get people from industry and they should be co-teaching with the ones who are theoretical based and academic based, right? This doesn't happen. Somehow we have created some credentials, right? आप PhD हो गए तब भी आप worthy of being a professor हो. It's completely a misnomer because PhD की training क्या है? PhD की training is you take a small niche problem, you go in depth, work for 5 years and solve it. So you are a very individual pursuit of a very deep problem that you want to solve. Completely different from how the real world works. Real world is multidisciplinary. You have variety of things to be solved. You may not have the time to do in one problem for too much time. It's completely team based. You'll have to work with diverse stakeholders, solve problems in limited time, look at many other things. But the training itself is so different that it is not tuned. That when you teach such things in the classroom and you don't have that exposure, there's a big mismatch. So you will need to get people from the industry into the classroom, particularly for technology-based courses, business-oriented courses, more professional courses. You need that. So those credentials have to be removed.
Right.
This credentialing, giving this thing, let the students decide, right? Why should somebody as a regulator sit and say this is not good? Maybe if I hire and I don't do a good job, students will not join my university. They'll go and join somewhere else. Open it up, right? लेट मी ट्राई दैट एक्सपेरिमेंट. सो वी हैव क्रिएटेड दिस फॉल्स क्रेडेंशियल्स. उसके कारण 100 फ्रॉड होता है. पेपर्स गलत छपते हैं, PhD में गलत चीज़ें होती है, बिकॉज यू वांट दोज क्रेडेंशियल्स एंड यू वांट अ जॉब. लीव इट टू द मार्केट. लेट देम डिसाइड, एटलीस्ट इन फ्यू स्पेसिफिक थिंग्स वेयर यू नीड इनोवेशन. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दिस इज नीडेड फॉर एवरीथिंग एल्स. मे बी हिस्ट्री में जरूरत नहीं है, मे बी सोशियोलॉजी में जरूरत नहीं है, बट एटलीस्ट इन दिस थिंग्स यू नीड टू गेट पीपल फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री टू पार्टिसिपेट and be in the classroom, and you are an example of that. You loved what he taught, and the other big advantage of this is because you are in the industry, you know exactly what's happening, the cutting edge stuff. But if I am from the research domain, I perhaps know my domain very well and what's happening in research. It may take time to translate in the real world. So what I'm teaching in the classroom is again so far dated or disconnected from what my first job would be when I go. And the industry guy knows exactly, right? If your prof has taught you VLSI, he knows what is the cutting edge research happening in Silicon Valley. And if he's coming from there and teaching, he'll say, guys, be ready for this is going to come up next and learn that, right? He's not going to teach me some old architecture which is not being used, right? तो थोड़ा हमें वो क्रेडेंशियलिंग को हटाना पड़ेगा. एंड देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन इट. लेट पीपल डिसाइड हु इज गुड और बैड.
राइट. सर, इंडिया को बोला जाता है एज द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग नेशन, राइट. हमारा मेन चीज़ होती है कि GDP हमारा सबसे ज़्यादा है, सबसे तेज़ ग्रो हो रहे हैं हम लोग. बट आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट पिक्चर इन रियलिटी. क्योंकि रियलिटी में क्या हो रहा है, GDP बढ़ रहा है क्योंकि जो टॉप कंपनीज हैं उनकी वैल्यू बढ़ रही है, वो जो बड़े हो रहे हैं वो, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द GDP इज राइजिंग एंड देन वी से कि इंडिया इज ग्रोइंग. बट इंडिया तो तब ग्रो होगा ना जब people like me, my age, they get better paying jobs. And there was some stat which said that most people my age get hired in TCS, Infosys, जैसी IT firms, and they barely make 2, 3, 4 lakh rupees in the first few years. And 10 साल पहले भी they were making the same amount. महंगाई बढ़ गई है, डबल ट्रिपल हो गई है, राइट. रेंट इतना बढ़ गया है. एंड इसकी वजह से पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग, राइट. घर नहीं खरीद पा रहे, दे आर नॉट एबल टू गेट मैरिड, दे आर नॉट हैविंग किड्स. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाई डज दिस हैपन कि जो, और इसमें ये भी बोला गया था कि जो CEOs हैं इन कंपनीज के, उनकी सैलरीज इतनी बढ़ गई 10 साल में, एंड जो एम्प्लॉई था जो इन IT फर्म्स में काम कर रहा था, उनकी एक्चुअली सैलरी कम हो गई कंपेयर टू 10 साल. ऑब्वियसली देयर सप्लाई एंड डिमांड, इस तरह से होता है सब कुछ, बट ये सही नहीं है. Right? What needs to change for this particular problem?
See, Ishan, there is different ways to look at it. See, one way is to blame the company and say the company is not distributing the benefits equally. The top guys are milking up everything. Fair, that could be valid. But आज भी जिस दिन TCS की opening खुलेगी, लोग भीड़ लगा के join करेंगे. Despite knowing the salary, despite knowing that the growth might not be at the same space. I don't know, but I'm just saying that is most likely the case. Now, this is happening because see what any TCS or Infosys has to do. If I hire from any university today, I have to put them on a 6 months training program to make them do the first job that I have, which could be a very simple job. Imagine, after 4 years of higher education and whatever 14 years of education before that, I still have to give them a 6 or half a year of training on my expense to make them employable. Obviously, I have to recover the cost somewhere. राइट. वो तो आपकी सैलरी से रिकवर करेंगे, और कहाँ से रिकवर करेंगे, राइट. सो दैट इज वन रीजन वाई, अगेन, इफ यू हैड वेरी गुड टैलेंट कमिंग आउट, देन पॉसिबली यू विल गेट वेरी गुड जॉब्स एंड अ गुड पे स्किल. Second thing I believe is companies are not doing a lot of high-end value creation work. So we are primarily service oriented. We are doing a lot of back office in bulk. Bulk of the jobs are that. How many of our companies are doing really the upstream value added work, right? I'll give you an example. अभी Foxconn is making iPhone in India. We all are very proud about it कि iPhone इंडिया में बन रहा है जी. बट क्या काम हो रहा है? प्राइमरली असेंबलिंग वाला काम हो रहा है, थोड़ा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रहा है, बट इट्स लो स्किल्ड जॉब हैपनिंग इन रूरल तमिलनाडु. दैट्स हैपनिंग, राइट. वी आर नॉट डिजाइनिंग iPhone इन इंडिया, राइट. वो तो आज भी कैलिफोर्निया कुपर्टिनो में बन के यहाँ पर डिज़ाइन आता है, कहीं से कुछ मटेरियल प्रोक्योर होता है, यहाँ पर असेंबल हो रहा है, कुछ मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा है. तो वी आर एडिंग वेरी लो एंड वैल्यू, राइट. But Apple is not a fool. Apple is keeping its profits there, right? The bulk of the profits are with Apple. They're not with Foxconn, right? So you have to think about these things. Why are we not doing those innovations? Why are we not thinking of doing cutting edge work? Everything is a cycle, right? Either you need good talent, you need a vision, you need leadership, all those things. So I'm saying companies are also constrained because they are not able to create too much value. जो वैल्यू क्रिएट हो रहा है उसमें इतना सारा बल्क ऑफ द एफर्ट इज डन बाय सो मेनी पीपल हु आर नॉट प्राइमरली वेरी हाईली स्किल्ड. तो समवेयर द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी फेयर, राइट. सो द कंपनीज हैव टू अप देयर गेम. द टैलेंट coming out of universities has to be much better quality. Then naturally all these things will happen. It's easy to blame big corporates, but I think if you look at from their perspective, they're also struggling because they need, I mean, I'm coming back to this thing again and again, because the talent pool has to be much more higher skilled, then we can be doing many other things. Market will pay you how much you're worth eventually, right? So we need to be creating much more higher valued jobs in the country. Why don't we design things ourselves? Why only are we talking about make in India? Why are we not talking about design in India, right?
क्यों होता है सर ऐसा कि इंडिया में कोई फेसबुक नहीं है? जो भी एक कॉमन ट्रेंड देखा जाता है कि इंडिया से जो भी स्टार्टअप बनता है देर लाइक वी आर अ इंडियन कंपनी, राइट? एंड जो बाहर से कंपनीज बनती हैं, स्ट्राइप है, स्ट्राइप इज़ अ ग्लोबल पेमेंट सिस्टम, और जो इंडिया की जो कंपनी होती है जस्ट फोकस ऑन इंडिया, वेयर एज बाहर की कंपनीज गो ग्लोबल, दे हैव अ ग्लोबल अप्रोच. एंड इंडिया में जो सी बड़ी कंपनीज हैं, सोशल मीडिया कंपनी हो गया, टेक कंपनीज हो गई, वो बनती ही नहीं है. एज यू सेड, बैक एंड जॉब होता है, वही सब कर रहे होते हैं, IT फर्म्स जो भी हो गई. नो डिसरिस्पेक्ट टू देम, बट दिस इज वॉट एंड्स अप हैपनिंग. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है? लाइक वाई डजंट इंडिया हैव अ फेसबुक? वाई डजंट इंडिया हैव अ टेस्ला? वाई डजंट इंडिया हैव एन एप्पल फॉर दैट केस?
Many reasons. If in a short time it will be simplifying it, but still I'll try, right? One is an innovation ecosystem. Nothing beats what's there in Silicon Valley even to this day, right? You may talk about 100 things about US, but still Silicon Valley is the hub of global innovation. The phone in your pocket, in my pocket, everything is coming from there. All the apps on it are coming from there. So we have to build an innovation ecosystem. That has happened a bit because of the history of the place, point one. So it takes some time. But imagine China. China is also doing it. China has been state supported. The state has invested. So it is state driven capitalism बोलते हैं ना. If US is privately driven capitalism, वहाँ पे state supported capitalism. कुछ कंपनीज को इंक्यूबेट करना, बेस्ट ऑफ द इनोवेशन को सपोर्ट करना, हाईएस्ट रिसर्चर्स को वापस लाना, ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ बनाना, वो सब बिना डूइंग ऑल दैट हार्ड वर्क. देयर इज़ नो शॉर्टकट टू ऑल दिस. So you need that enterprise in people, you need that state support to be there, right? You need very good talent to be feeding into all this. So your universities, your schools, all that has to be invested very well. One other advantage of the US is dollar is like the reserve currency. It has its own strength, right? So the cost of debt is very cheap. यहाँ पर आपको 8-10% में मिलता है, वहाँ पे आपको 2-3% में मिलेगा. So there are some economic reasons as well. But all being said, this is a decadal problem. It cannot be solved overnight. And it's again starts by building ecosystems. जिसका एक core part is education, core part is creating good finance, ease of doing business. Flipkart is not registered in India. It's registered in Singapore, right? You cannot run businesses here. So many compliances. Despite all the efforts of the government, still too difficult to run business. So you have to ease those things. Our legal system is broken. People don't want to invest. They get caught into litigation. So you will have to fix all this. You talked about Singapore. The resolution of the cases will be so quick. Here it will take so much time, right? You cannot. You are afraid to go to court despite being highly educated, right? Sochiye aap. If I get into a litigation, then taxation, so many things. So you'll have to, somebody has to put their thought to fixing all these pieces, and there is no shortcut. But the advantage is we know what has worked globally and we can replicate those things here, right? So we'll have to put those hard work. It has to become a political priority. We all have to ask for it. Why are we not building the next big thing here? Right? So वो youth का aspiration जब आएगा, the government, the policy, the people, all of them have to, and our heroes have to change. Why are we not celebrating the Bansals of Flipkart or
Dipinder Goyal?
Right? Okay, you have a Shark Tank, you have some people, fine, but no, they are.
What do you think of Shark Tank?
It has popularized the entrepreneurship culture. Huge credit to them. Reality shows have seen many things, but it is a household thing. Now, valuation क्या होती है, equity क्या होता है, debt क्या होता है, right? People are talking about all these things, investments, how to make a pitch. It has become a drawing room conversation. Huge credit to them. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति ने कुछ जनरल नॉलेज के ऊपर किया होगा, इन्होंने इसके लिए कर दिया. Right. It may become a fad. It's a good problem to have. Let it become a fad. Let people think of themselves as entrepreneurs. But at least it puts them out of the mindset कि हाँ प्यून की नौकरी अप्लाई करना है गवर्नमेंट में, right? Like what we discussed. Right? So that, no, I can solve this problem. Oh, this young chap has made so much money in 4 years. Why cannot I be that? Oh, the idea seems so simple. Why didn't I think about it? Right? Oh, this failed. Oh, it failed because of this. So let it become a drawing room. Yeah. So we should move on from our conversations about other things to these things. And I'm very happy that families are sitting together and talking about these things. So big credit goes to Shark Tank.
सर हम लोग बहुत प्राइड से बोलते हैं ये वाली बात कि सुंदर पिचाई गूगल के CEO इंडियन हैं, IIT खड़गपुर से हैं. हम लोग बहुत प्राइड से बोलते हैं कि इंडिया के बहुत सारे लोग यूएस जाकर के सीईओज बन रहे हैं, बट हम ये नहीं समझते कि वो लोग IIT IIM तो उन्होंने करा, बट उसके बाद वहाँ पे जाकर के उन्होंने एजुकेशन करी और वहाँ पे वहीं के होके रह गए, राइट, एंड वहाँ पे अब वो काम कर रहे हैं, इंडिया में नहीं है वो, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्रेन ड्रेन, राइट. तो ये ब्रेन ड्रेन को रोके कैसे, व्हाट इज द फिक्स फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग? आपने बताया इंडियन डायस्पोरा जो है बाहर.
Yeah, again, brain drain will not stop unless you fix the simple things, right? So, 10 लाख के लोग ऊपर students last year have gone abroad to study. Many of them will not come back, right? Because most of this study abroad thing is an immigration. It's not to go and really get educated there, right? There may be some who want to come back, but primarily it's all to getting immigrated. So the huge, imagine, right? You're losing 10% of your kind of good talent that is getting into higher education, going abroad every year. Imagine the revenue loss. Kitna paisa, billions of dollars are being spent on tuition, stay, travel, families ka lifelong savings being invested, emotional trauma. Oh, so it's brain drain is beyond brain, it is emotion, everything is draining, right? Money is draining, everything is happening, right? So to fix this, again, as I said, create opportunities here. That's the only way. See, emotion काम नहीं आएगा. You can't just keep saying कि okay, India is going to become a global leader, come back. It doesn't going to inspire people, right? You'll have to show them the opportunities. Again, to compete with the globally best, you have to build institutions like that here. Say that, okay, why can't we give great quality education in India? Why can't we give great job opportunities? क्योंकि otherwise the macro trends are in our favor. Demography is in our favor. Right? We are the world's biggest youth population. We are one of the 5th largest economy, 4th largest economy. We'll get there to 3rd largest. So we are growing, right, in size. So everything is in our favor. We just have to do some basic things right so that people find, if not for emotional reasons, right, they feel, oh man, this is the opportunity. Let's go and build a business in India. Let's go and build a career there. While the rest of the world is actually stagnating and even going down because of aging, because of already being a world leader for too long, competition rising from China. So a lot of things happening, right? So we have a lot of macro trends in our favor. We just have to get our house in order. As I said, good education, good business creation opportunities, good macro policies, good lifestyle, right? Basic stuff, hygiene of cities, the ways things are managed. If these things are, so people feel, yeah, okay, this is a switch worth making. Unless you make that, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Sir, Kunal Shah बोलते हैं कि for India to progress and become better, the female population in urban areas need to work, and they are the most unemployed part of the country. How can that happen? Because like even I see that many of they just become house caretakers, right? And that is not right. Right? In any nation is what Kunal Shah said, which has progressed a lot. Both the guy and the girl has went out to create wealth and supported the family and has grown a lot. So what needs to happen in India to create more female employment?
See, good question. See, there's things, it's called female labor force participation, right, in economic terms, right? So it's still very low. Whether you like it or not, it will happen because just as you mentioned, right, your incomes are saturating, right, the expenses are going up, aspirations are huge. सबको लगता है मुझे भी तो वो थाईलैंड का वेकेशन चाहिए, मुझे भी तो वो गोवा के बीच में जाके न्यू ईयर पार्टी मनानी है. All the aspirations with the global exposure have increased, but somehow your income levels have not matched to that, right? So whether you like it or not, the women will be pulled into the economic workforce. But it may happen in the hard way, it may not be great for the home, so we will have to make it conducive. For example, you will have to make the workplace ready to give them maternity breaks, which is a law, but it has to also be implemented very well. Right? You will have to allow for those things because they have their own biological needs. There are other things that have to be factored into. Children, right? Can you make your workplace friendly to have younger kids there, right? Otherwise, the maternity breaks become too long. Can you keep kids like small creche on campus, right? So the employers also have to be sensitized to make the workplace ready for the more females to participate, and it has a lot of value add, right? They just come with a very different thinking, which otherwise males don't. So policy level changes, leadership level, I mean involvement of the companies that are running and how to get these things in. Otherwise, it will happen, but it will happen in a very rough way. And then there will be abuse, there will be other things happening. So we'll have to be sensitized to this need. That is what I see. And our urban areas are not too good, right? So the travel times are too much. Schools are far away, homes are far away, offices are far away, right? So there's too much of this. These things have to improve.
Yeah.
You'll have to make it conducive. That if I can spend 6-8 hours in office, come back home, take care of family, abhi to you are just spending.
Is that why we are in Sonipat and not Delhi?
Yeah, I mean, it's, for us, for me, it's a 5-minute drive, right? I mean, and a lot of people love this because they have been driving 1 hour in the traffic and losing so much time. You will find a lot of employees here. I mean, women participation.
Yeah.
Because there's no problems of a big city. The big city lifestyle is very close by. So we'll have to think about these things. But then you keep building more and more office spaces in already overcrowded places. A lot of things have to change. Otherwise, you will not get good women participation, and it's a loss for the company because you don't get a very diverse perspective in the boardroom if you don't have them in the decision taking roles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Sir, आपने graduate किया था from IIT Bombay, and उसके बाद you've now started this educational institution which is Rishi Hood. So when you started Rishi Hood, what was your thought process? Let's say you graduated from IIT Bombay, and what did you see flaws in IITs and other colleges which you wanted to fix with Rishi Hood?
So I'll say flaws is not the only thing that I saw. I saw a lot of great things as well. I mean, I am IIT Bombay Computer Science, so it is top 100.
आपकी rank कितनी आई थी?
मेरी rank 72 थी.
72.
Yeah.
Damn.
So imagine, right, the expectations of the family, all that great stuff went to IIT Bombay. Perhaps the highest IQ density I saw ever, right? So a lot of smart people around me. I went to the University of Washington Computer Science, which is again a great computer science school. It's in Seattle, where the Microsoft headquarters, Amazon headquarters, everything is there. It's like the second Silicon Valley. So I saw that. That was actually for me more eye-opening, right? How did people imagine universities to be like this? How are they sustaining such innovation for so long? So all those things, in fact, inspired me. And such conversations that we are having, I used to have with my friends कि इंडिया के प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है, हमारा देश कहाँ जा रहा है, हमें क्या करना चाहिए. So I decided to come back. Very, very emotional decision, but the right decision. कि why can't we build such type of institutions in India, right? Why should always the top 20 universities in the world be dominated by the United States, right? Why can't it be anything else from Asia? Why can't we think about it? So that motivated me to come back. Few reasons. One is high quality education is hygiene, right? We have to give very good quality education. That's one. Secondly, our institutions are not solving our nation's problems, right? So giving good degrees, giving good jobs is one outcome of a university fair. वो भी हम achieve नहीं कर पा रहे, वो करना ही है मुझे. But more than that, who is going to solve the most difficult problems of the country? How do we build, for example, great innovation ecosystem in India? ये कौन solve करेगा? It's not a politician's job or a bureaucrat's job, right? They will not have. It is the academic's job. हमें बताना पड़ेगा कि यार ऐसे चीज़ें करने से ये results आते हैं. But I don't see universities solving social and public problems. So two-level motivation. Great education for great professional jobs. Secondly, let's also solve the larger problems of society and the nation. So let's build a university like that. That was the dream behind Rishi Hood. And
So define great education.
Interesting. Great education, again, one is professionally competent. उसका कोई compromise नहीं है. That whichever field you go, you should excel. You should be the best in that domain, and we would want to provide that education. That is hard skills. But there are also a lot of other skills that will help you increase your impact, right? So this is the softer skills, the leadership skills, the critical thinking skills, the decision taking skills, the team building skills, right? How do we understand global trends? How do I look for opportunities? So these are some larger things that should also be taught. This is giving you a social and emotional skills, right? Third thing is also you will find highly successful people being very unhappy. But who has worked on their individual, right? So how do you understand your purpose? How do you stay grounded? ये किसी ने सिखाया नहीं, परिवार ने नहीं सिखाया, स्कूल में टीचर ने नहीं सिखाया, कॉलेज में प्रोफेसर ने नहीं सिखाया. But then somehow we expect people to do very well. So you'll have to give all three levels. You'll have to give very personal skills, you'll have to give professional skills, and you'll have to give some public skills of how to imagine solving problems, larger problems. So we imagine our education at Rishi Hood to be contributing to all these three levels. This is very important.
Right. So sir, what program do you have which you think is better than most other colleges, and like what is it about?
Yeah, so we have a few programs, but I will particularly talk about one. It will give you a sense of what we are doing overall. See, we talked about the IIT admission, the challenges, very few good seats, uske baad bhi unemployment, right? So what is happening? Just look at very successful people of the country, what they're doing. They somehow are making it through despite their education, not because of their education. But can we learn from what they're doing and make education an enabler? So what are the big things that we need? So we thought about all that. Somehow we felt that a combination of business, entrepreneurship and technology is like the need of India today, right? We have not combined these three things, right? A tech guy is doing his own thing, becoming a programmer somewhere. An entrepreneurship guy is hacking his way through and doing some things, right? So can we bring business and technology together? So we call it the maker. Makers are those who make things happen. So we call it a makers undergraduate program at Rishihood. It's a combination of exactly this. Great business skills and great technology skills, and bring them together. Technology allows you to scale, and business gives you how do you build products, how do you understand the market fit, the whole business dimension. These two have never been put into one program ever. People do a tech program and then do a MBA, right? And you spend more and more years and investment into education and still might not make it. So combining all that into a 4-year program, there are no great business undergraduate programs in the country. You may talk about post-graduation. Somehow nothing will stand out as a great undergraduate program in business. So business, entrepreneurship and a technology combination, that is the makers program at Rishihood University, which stands out very differently from others.
Yeah. Sir, आपने जो skills बताई अभी, critical thinking हो गया, वो सारी चीज़ें हो गया. How are you making sure that people who take up the program learn all of this? Because like जो सिलेबस होता है, जो कोर्सेज होते हैं, उनको तो जज करना इज़ वेरी इजी, राइट? एक सिंपल पेपर हो गया, आंसर दिए, आपने सॉल्व करे, यू लर्नड इट एंड यू फेस द एग्जाम. बट हाउ डू यू मेजर ऑल ऑफ दीज सॉफ्ट स्किल्स एंड हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर कि ये सब चीज़ें सीख रहे हैं बच्चे?
Okay. So I'll give you some features of the program and I'll tell you what stands out. See, the softer skills are taught through curriculum also, but just think about, suppose I have to teach finance. आज कैसे पढ़ाते हैं? If I went to a good business school as well in my education, right? They'll teach you some, okay, कोई केस स्टडी है, उसकी कुछ बैलेंस शीट्स दे दिए, हमने कुछ एनालाइज किए और हमने कुछ एग्जाम लिख दिया, उसमें अच्छे नंबर आ गए. बट दैट विल नॉट क्रिएट, देयर इज नो स्किन इन द गेम. यानी एग्जाम एस कर दिया, डज इट मेक अ ग्रेट फिनेंस एनालिस्ट? नो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाट वी डू, we give them a 10,000 rupee, real rupees opening balance when they join us. And we give them training by Motilal Oswal, the company, right? And he's also one of our founders. So they are involved. So you get to make investments with real money through your 4 years here. All your colleagues are there. All of them start with a 10,000 rupee opening balance. You start reading balance sheets, you start putting your money, you start realizing why stocks go up and down, right? You will read investment reports, you will read research, you would want to make more of that money. Your friends are doing it, you are learning from them how they are doing well, you are collaborating. Lot of things will just happen through this. Finance सीख जाएगा, team building सीख जाएगा, critical thinking सीख जाएगा, quant सीख जाएगा, सब कुछ सीख जाएगा, right? He'll understand global, macro trends, whatever, macroeconomic policy, foreign policy, सब समझ में जाएगा just by giving them this. It's a very different way to offer education. Secondly, we give them a 1 lakh rupee opening balance as a seed investment, which unlocks in their 3rd year. 2 साल पढ़ने के बाद तीसरे साल में that plus interest एक FD दिया जाता है, तो suddenly you have your seed fund, because lot of people have great ideas but they don't want to go and talk to their dad कि dad थोड़ा पैसा डाल दो, right? You have 1 lakh rupee seed fund while you are studying here. You have 2 more years of education to go here. What do? You start building your own business, right? वो 1 लाख रुपए में आप इंटर्न हायर करो, आप एक वेबसाइट बिल्ड करो, ऐप बिल्ड करो, try out, fail, rebuild, right? Or 4 of you get together and make it 4 lakh rupees and think about doing interesting stuff. Entrepreneurship में और क्या सिखाना है, right? If that person learns that I can make whatever, right, a 20,000 rupee monthly profit, well, the confidence goes sky high. You are an entrepreneur yourself, you'll realize this, right? You have to make your first thing work. Can we give seed fund? वरना क्या है, आपने entrepreneurship सिखा दिया but entrepreneurship की hands on training दी नहीं, and the success goes amazing, right? The people who succeed then, अरे 20,000 रुपये बन रहा है, इसको 2 लाख रुपये कैसे बनाए, right? They start thinking very differently.
सर बट एक हेजिटेशन होती है बच्चों के दिमाग में, राइट? आई विल गिव यू माई ओन एग्जाम्पल. तो वॉज वर्किंग एट द स्टार्टअप फ्रॉम माई ओन कॉलेज एंड उनके जो दोस्त थे वो को फाउंडर बनने वाले थे. फिर उनकी नोमुरा में जॉब लग गई, राइट? और जैसी वो लगी वो जॉब, वैसे वो भाग गए. जैसी जॉब लगी उससे फ़ोन में बोलते हैं, यार देखो मेरे को जॉब आ गया, टू टेक केयर ऑफ माई फैमिली, मैं जा रहा हूँ. And I've seen this happen one too many times.
Yeah.
To a point at which I can tell that अगर आपको कॉलेज में कुछ स्टार्ट करना है अपने कॉलेज के दोस्तों के साथ तो इट्स ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल. आई डोंट नो हाउ आई कन्विंस्ड माई को फाउंडर टू स्टार्ट माई कंपनी विच इज़ मार्केट अप. बट वाई डू यू थिंक दिस हैपन्स एंड हाउ डू वी चेंज दिस? वो जो जॉब माइंडसेट होता है कि भाई एक बार नौकरी मिल जाए, राइट? तो हाउ डू वी फिक्स दैट?
ये देखिए सबके अपने अपने कंस्ट्रेंट्स है, सो आई कांट मेक अ जजमेंट. क्योंकि कुछ लोग रिस्क अवर्स होते हैं, कुछ लोग आर मोर रिस्क टेकिंग बिकॉज ऑफ फैमिली कंडीशंस, मेनी डिफरेंट थिंग्स. I am not saying everybody should be an entrepreneur after 4 years. I am saying it's a mindset. That is what I am inculcating here. Not everybody succeeds, but wherever they go, they will carry this mindset. Risk taking, whatever you mentioned, critical thinking, financial analysis, right? Quant skills, team skills, right? All these things, communication skills, all these things will help you succeed in life beyond the guy who has not learnt it. So any other graduate will have a job mindset. Our guy will have an entrepreneurship mindset, right? तो वो कंपनी में भी जाएगा, वो बोलेगा सर ये नई जोग्राफी में एक्सपैंड करते हैं, सर ये नया प्रोडक्ट लेकर आते हैं, सर मुझे लगता है कि ये ब्रिलियंट आइडिया मैंने कहीं और देखा है, सर ये ट्राई करते हैं. एज एन एम्प्लॉयर आई लव इट, राइट? आई लव इट दैट पीपल आर गिविंग मोर आइडियाज एंड द ग्रिट टू डू इट. सिर्फ आइडिया नहीं दे रहा है, वो बैठेगा रात में करके दिखाएगा, उसके कारण उसको बोनस मिलेगा, प्रमोशन मिलेगा. सो वी आर नॉट प्रिपेयरिंग पीपल फॉर द फर्स्ट जॉब और फिर हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो गई. वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग पीपल फॉर लाइफ. सो यू विल सी ऋषिहुड ग्रेजुएट स्टैंड आउट because of this mindset. These are means to create that mindset. The whole investment portfolio I talked about, the whole startup fund that I talked about, getting practitioners to come and teach in the classrooms, going on the field, doing 2 full internships for 6 months, right? Just like you have at BITS, right? A full 1-year internship during a 4-year program. So you understand work ethic. You understand how industry thinks. This is very different. So the graduate from here will stand apart in due time, right? So first job Nomura में 2 लोग क्रैक करेंगे, agreed. But my guy will stand out, I'm very sure, in 10 years time from that guy very, very differently because just many other skills
doing
are given.
more than what they are expected is what many employers love.
Yeah, of course. You want people who get things done. You want people who will solve my problems. Whom do I want to hire? Okay, I can get a financial analyst. Everybody can crunch numbers. But is there something more than that? Show me that, then you will grow faster.
सर ये जो स्किल्स हैं, जैसे आपने बोला नंबर्स क्रंच करने वाली बात, या फिर कोड लिखने वाली बात हो गई, या फिर मार्केटिंग वाली बात हो गई, ये सारी स्किल्स ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो आजकल AI टूल्स जो आ गए हैं, राइट? अभी रिसेंटली GPT-4o आया, चैट GPT हो गया, अभी रिसेंटली एप्पल इंटेलिजेंस आया, उसके बाद अभी जेमिनाई आया था, लेटेस्ट अपडेट जो था गूगल का. तो ये सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं ये सारे AI टूल्स. एंड इस वजह से लोग बहुत डर गए हैं अबाउट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ एंड कि क्या मेरी स्किल्स इंपॉर्टेंट होंगी अगर AI सब कुछ कर रहा है, तो फिर व्हाट इज़ द पॉइंट ऑफ इवन लर्निंग ऑल ऑफ दिस? तो इसीलिए लोग डिग्री से पीछे भागने लग गए हैं सोच करके कि कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा इससे. व्हाट इज़ योर थॉट अबाउट दिस एंड व्हाई डू यू थिंक आवर डिग्री इज स्टिल इम्पॉर्टेंट एंड learning all of these skills are still important even though an AI tool can do it faster than you, more efficient than you, and will cost very less?
Yeah, totally fair. See, things have changed rapidly in the last 1.5-2 years. You rightly mentioned. This is creating a scare in many people कि मेरी पढ़ाई का relevance रहेगा क्या? मतलब आप टेलीकॉलर हो, right? I can do automated calls with a very human voice today, right? I don't need you because you're just repeating the script. So a lot of jobs will go. What will not change is the ones who make the use of this technology first and know more creative use of the technology will possibly lead, right? AI is a technology that's available to everyone, right? This whole LLMs, ChatGPT, different things. How people think of building applications on top of that is the game. Would you use it to improve somebody's health? Would you use it to predict somebody's financial returns? Would you use it to translate languages? I think that is where the human creativity will be, right? So the internet was available to everyone. You thought of starting a podcast, right? So I mean, it's not to everyone. So you have to know how do you make use of technology, and that is where education comes in. That is where a more well-rounded education comes in. So you will have to have a look at all disciplines, look at the global trends, understanding business. Then technology becomes a tool for you to make those ideas successful. If you don't do this, then you become a victim of technology. Somebody else will come and take away your job. If you know how to leverage it, you will do something very different, right? Lithium-ion batteries were there, right? Somehow Mr. Musk thought that I will build electric cars out of it, right? So I'm just saying that you will have to think, right? AI-driven A tha, right? But he thought he'll do an AI-driven car. an automated car, right? So I'm just saying, but how do we develop this? Our education is not giving you this. मेरे तो मैथ्स फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री में तो पढ़ाया नहीं सर, ये कैसे सोचते हैं, राइट? बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी वेरी लिमिटेड टू दैट. You will have to have a more holistic education which is more problem solving and having a global mindset to give you the ideas, and then you will leverage technology and be the leader in what you're doing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Refrigeration जब आया था तो the company which made the most money was not the one who was building the fridges, but was Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Right, so I think building on top of it, as you mentioned, is very important.
Because technology is a commodity. ये याद रखना है. Internet is a commodity, everybody can access it. Very soon AI is a commodity, it's on everybody's phone, everybody gets it. How do you add value on top of it is the question, and that is where the human creativity is.
Sir, what is the curriculum like that you have at the Maker program?
That's a good question. See, we are talking about a lot of these things, and how do we put into curriculum is a very, very interesting experiment that we have tried here. So as I said, we have a first year, about 50% of the time is spent on the leadership skills, the soft skills, the personality skills that we call it, right? Along with giving them an immersion into entrepreneurship, finance, and business broadly, right? That is where the first year starts. The second and the third year, they start building their own businesses as a part of the curriculum. So everything is hands-on. If you're learning sales, you go out, you take a vendor, and you try to amplify the vendor sales, right? So somebody is selling chai outside, they're making 10,000 rupees profit in a month. How could I make it higher, right? So I work by problem solving. Every subject is integrated with real world problem solving. Then you get industry experts to come and teach these courses. Most of these courses are taught in partnership with many industries. As I said, finance will be taught by Motilal Oswal. A lot of things with ventures is taught by something from Agility Ventures. Finance will be taught from other industry experts who are giving financial advice in big firms. They'll be coming in. So there's a lot of different industry experts and some foundational skills given by academic experts coming together. Courses taught in a different pedagogy, right? The course title might look the same, but it is taught in a more of a problem solving mindset. And towards the fourth year, if you want to be incubated, you get access to a $5 million seed fund, which is built by the founders of Rishihood. That's a very big deal because you know how important seed funding is, right? So you get first dips into a seed fund. You get an incubation space here, 2 internships, six months with industry to build the industry skills. So a good combination of theory, practice, hands-on learning, soft skills, industry integration. That is what we're trying to build at Rishihood.
And sir, what are the opportunities once someone graduates from this program? What can they expect? Or especially what happens here is you're trying to build like a generalist, someone who's into business and tech. So when someone gets into the job world and people are looking for specialists, like someone who can be a coder, someone who can crunch numbers or do a business analyst job. So how does that opportunities look like?
Yeah, see, if you look at a 4-year curriculum of any program, right? You do a BTech in computer science from the best institution. Most likely your first job is not going to ask you for all those skills. How does it care about the hundreds of credits that you have taken, right? So most likely you will need, the most important courses would be programming, data structures, algorithms, right? Little bit of front-end development, back-end development, something that allows you to do something called full stack, right? So you need to understand the end-to-end of it. That's enough. That's possibly good 1 year of your education. So what we do at Rishihood is we offer a minor in computer science along with a major in business and entrepreneurship, right? So what happens, you get the best of both. You get the foundational computer science skills that are most important for entry-level jobs, along with giving you a well-rounded personality towards thinking of businesses and entrepreneurship, right? This is what is needed. You don't get into an entry-level job thinking of many other things which are needed in your field. So we have taken the best out of computer science, we have taken the best out of business and brought it together in a very interesting mix. And it is validated by industry. It is not a figment of my imagination, right? The curriculum at Rishihood is built in consultation with industry. So we look at how their entry-level roles are, where do they need, what are the skills that are needed, and that is how this curriculum has been crafted. So we are very, very confident that when they come out of this, they get the best of what the industry needs.
And sir, what is like your vision in the next 10 years? Like where do you see both employment in India and particularly Rishihood helping students become more entrepreneurial?
Yes, I can give you a big vision for Rishihood, and we started with that. Is when I saw globally the best education, I always felt, why doesn't India have something like this, right? Why should so many students go abroad, spend so much time, and do these things, right? So we imagine ourselves to be an amazing university that stands apart, and it gets a good recognition domestically and eventually internationally. I think we have a responsibility to build this for India, right? So that is, I think, something very important that we want to do. Secondly, where do I see my graduates? So we are not thinking of scale in the sense of thousands of graduates doing so many things कि हम बता दूं कितने बड़े numbers है. It's a very niche institution. It is being built with the purpose that our students will be fewer in number, but they'll stand apart in their career journeys. So we are looking at them to be problem solvers for life, taking up leadership roles, solving society's problems, solving the companies that they serve, their problems, and having a bigger outlook in life than just fulfilling personal needs. So you will find them to be great innovators, you will find them to be job creators, you will find them to be also working on problems of public importance, right? So we'll have to take India's most difficult problems and solve them through enterprise, right? So they will be doing that. That is where you will start seeing Rishihood graduates in a few years from now.
Yeah. Sir, why does a 4-year degree, why does it really work? The question I'm asking here is that I feel that a lot of it can be taught in 1 to 2 years. Right? So why is there a requirement for a 4-year program? Because what I have seen is that by the time someone graduates, they don't have the skills which are relevant in today's day and age. And obviously the education system, what is taught is very archaic, right? So why is there a 4-year degree? What is the importance of a 4-year degree?
Interesting, Ishan. And this is a very, very Indian question, because if you had good quality education, you would not ask this question. You somehow feel that the 4 years is lost. We are not seeing that this 4 years is investment for life. You don't go back to college ever again, right? This 4 years is supposed to prepare you for life. And somehow because it's under-delivered, you feel it's a 4 years is not a great investment, right? So if you had a great time, if you feel you're learning every day, if you think that you're growing and you're learning some skills that are going to keep you ahead of others for life, you will say, yaar, if the 4 years become pad gaye aur seekhna tha, right? Why can't we reimagine this question to say, so the thing that we work with at Rishihood is we have 4 years. We have 4 years to transform lives. What's the best that we can do? You are right. Theoretical component has to reduce, practical component has to increase. Hard skills are not the only thing, theoretical skills are not the only thing, you'll have to add the softer skills element. You can't put them locked up in a classroom and a campus for 4 years, you have to keep sending them out, so you need to have those internships that are going to happen, right? You can't be working on mock case studies, you will have to do real world problem solving, right? So once you incorporate all these elements, your 4 years could be life transforming and not be life restrictive. Then we would want that kids say, yeah, these 4 years have totally transformed my life. And sir, ये तो बहुत जल्दी निकल गया sir, और सीखना था. Right?
My friend calls, he says that universities are not in the education business, they're in the rent and real estate business. Because 4 years, you're paying rent, you're staying in a hostel and you're paying for that.
And in some ways you are right if you talk in terms of economics, right? You have kind of given an offer, admission seat आपने दी है, and you have locked the candidate because degree देने का authority आप ही के पास है, बिना डिग्री के नौकरी नहीं लगती है, right? So you are kind of playing from a sense of power and you are kind of restricting the kid. So that is where it becomes a rental business. If you think I've locked this chap up, right? And 4 years तो अटका हुआ यार मेरे पास, मैं तो फीस आते रहेगी और डिग्री तो मैं ही दूंगा, अगर वो मेरी बात नहीं मानेगा तो मैं डिग्री नहीं दूंगा. So it's a very different mindset to run an institution. But if you think of it very differently, I'm flipping the question. Oh, it's a honor to have a bright talent of the country investing their 4 years with us. What's the best that I can do with the 4 years that I have? Then you'll solve the problem very differently. यार इसको productive करते. That is why we are a residential campus. We want them to be here all the time. We want their productive time right from 6 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. in the evening. We have to design. Then we imagine the problem to be very different. We say यार सुबह ये करवाते हैं, फिर दोपहर में कराते हैं, शाम में यहाँ करवाते हैं, फिर ये टीम बिल्डिंग करते हैं, ये मूवी दिखाते हैं, ये कंपनी के पास भेजते हैं, समाज से ये लोगों को बुलाकर उनके प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स दिखते हैं, राइट? ये हैकाथॉन करते हैं, वीकेंड्स पर इंडस्ट्री के लोग के पास जाते हैं. तो वील थिंक वेरी डिफरेंटली. वील से कि यार ये पूरे इतने घंटे मिल रहे हैं, इसको बेस्ट यूज़ कैसे करें,
राइट?
सो वील नॉट थिंक कि इट्स अ रेंटल थिंग, राइट? सो इट्स एन इमेजिनेशन प्रॉब्लम, इट्स अ लीडरशिप प्रॉब्लम. That's what we're trying to solve at Rishihood.
Amazing.
That was the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Comments में लिख के बताओ what was the biggest learning you had from this whole podcast. Share this with a friend of yours. Click a screenshot and put it on social media and tag @Ishan Sharma 7390. I will see you all in the next podcast. If you want to connect with Shobhit ji, his handles will be in the description. You can learn more about Rishi Hod University as well with the description के अंदर के links. And I will see you in the next one.